All right, everyone. I hope that you are ready for this enormous blue portal of light that is about ready to open up on Friday, November 19th, 2021. We are about ready to experience this enormous full moon lunar eclipse that is going to last a really long time, like almost 4 hours. And it's supposed to be this incredible event that hasn't happened for 1,000 years. But even greater than that, I've been predicting through the frequency forecast over the last several years about this large beam of blue celestial light that's going to be coming from an area outside of our galaxy. It's going to pour through that large opening and going to infuse through the sun pyramid just outside of Mexico City. Hi, my name is Nancy Rebecca, and I am super excited to be sharing about this blue light with you. I've been talking about it since 2017. I've been waiting for this particular event for 2 years. The last event that happened like this was on November 19th, 2019. It seemed so kind of mild and insignificant, kind of quiet, this little still point. For moments there, it felt like time had stopped and started again. And we went on about our day like, well, what kind of sandwich do you want for lunch? However, what happened after that event, the COVID pandemic hit. Is it connected? I have no idea. But there were different levels of sequences of events that happen that are kind of uncanny and unreal, because as the blue beings of light described to me about this event that was going to happen in 2019, that when the blue light came to the earth, it was going to dissolve illusions, dissolve lies, dissolve old patterns, old corruption, old greed, old violence. It was going to illuminate the truth that had been hidden from us for a long time. And it doesn't take a psychic to know that there's been many things that have come to the surface these last several years that we were kind of blind to, that we were kind of in a state of denial, that it was hard for us to really see and recognize as the truth. So I have a few notes here that I've written up, and because I don't want to miss anything that I wanted to share with you, but also what Spirit has brought through to share with us as well. To include, even though you may be listening to this recording after the blue light event has happened, I'm going to be talking about 6 tips, the top tips that I have about what we just might be experiencing after the blue light event. And it's not going to stop there either, because then on December 4th, we have another big eclipse. So it's just going to propel these cascade of events that are going to be unfolding right before our very eyes. And then it's going to move right into the solstice in December, at the end of December. But it's not even going to stop there. We're going to have some big repetitive movements of events that is going to surge this enormous awakening on the planet. And this blue light doesn't just impact 1 or 2 people or small groups or meditators. This blue light is going to come down through the sun pyramid. It's going to be channeled and contained but enhanced by the sun pyramid at Teotihuacan, the ancient site there. It's going to go down into the earth, and then it's going to be just like a gong, and that sound can just travel. It's going to travel through the earth like that, or a drop of water or a pebble in a quiet, calm pond. You're going to see the little ripples that are going to go out. Everyone and everything is going to be touched by this light. So I'm super, super, super excited. So As the blue beings of light, the star beings, were explaining to me, it's like we've been preparing for the Olympics. We've been setting our alarm to get up at 3 o'clock in the morning to hit the pool so that we can get all the laps in, or we're getting out to the track. We're working with top-notch coaches. We're meditating. We're trying to really spiritually develop ourselves and dig deep to unravel and uncover our own inner darkness, so that we can bring in more light. And it's just felt like a push and a push and a push. And I'm calling this kind of great time of pushing and pulling, because we feel this kind of push by our spirit to move us forward, and we feel this resistant to our body, like, oh, I just want to sleep in. But it's like, nope, you got to get up and get ready for this Olympic event. And so, yeah, it's exciting. It's like the event is on Friday, but we're going to have several other events after that. So it is a time to just keep pushing and keep working with your body as your body's being spiritualized. Because what's happening here is our spiritual frequency that is being elevated. It's being elevated even higher than the fifth dimension right now, as this portal is going to be opening on the 19th. But our physical body is still in the third dimensional world. So it's like holding the hand of the 2-year-old, and you're trying to run to catch the train, and the 2-year-old is trying to keep its little legs running and catching up. Our physical bodies are kind of the same way. So sometimes we have to try to pick up our body and carry it a little forward, be supportive by getting good sleep and eating well and drinking lots of water. So this incredible blue surge of light will dissolve an even deeper level of illusions than what has been revealed over the last couple of years. It's going to saturate the earth, and those illusions are just going to come to the surface and begin to disintegrate. Then there's going to be this bright descending light as it comes down, but as it comes to the core of the earth, it's going to activate the blue at the center of the earth, and then that blue through like this earth energy is going to just infuse up through the earth's crust. So we're getting the descending celestial light, we're getting ascending celestial light all at the same time. So the last big surge, as I said, it revealed corruption and greed and lies. We had revealed that came to the surface that inspired the Black Lives Matter movement, the Me Too movement, and the movement of consciousness left many of us, I know it definitely left me shocked at my own denial of the inequities in the world. So we're just going to be seeing more of that. I was thinking back on who I was as a person 5 years ago, and I kind of had to laugh at some of the things and some of the ways that I valued so highly. And now it is 5 years later, after that first blue surge, after I released layers of illusions, that it was like, wow, boy, did I really sell myself a bill of goods. So I'm excited to see what's going to be revealed within me. And I hope that you can find some levels of not being afraid, but being enthusiastic, curious, and excited about some new truths about just how beautiful of a soul you are that's going to be revealed for you. As I said, so many illusions, so many truths, so many incredible changes have happened. We haven't even fully recovered from it yet. And yet here we are, ready to experience our next big portal opening and blue celestial surge that's going to be coming through. When the blue beings of light came in 2017, and they told me that I needed to go to China, that there I would be given the rest of the information. I was given a vision. And at that time, I thought it sounded pretty fantastical. It was way beyond what my mind could conceive of. Try to imagine this vision where you are told that there's going to be 3 enormous surges of blue celestial light that will come in waves in 2019, 2021, and 2023. And then in 2025, there was going to be a big opening into the golden ages, and that those blue surges of waves would be awakening billions of people on the earth to higher states of consciousness. Wouldn't you too say, that's not possible? I've been meditating for 25 years, and I will tell you, it's felt like slogging through mud sometimes. And I know you meditators out there and those who are doing the personal spiritual process, you know exactly what I mean when you're getting that shovel and you're digging deep to try to find the light of your own soul, to be able to keep your head about you and not get triggered by frustration and anger, and then to suddenly just, even people who've never meditated before are going to awaken. So yeah, in 2019, I just was not quite sure that that was even possible, but I went with it. You know, I tried to believe spirit, and then here we are now in 2021, and I will tell you, my belief system about what's going to happen and what has the potential to happen on the earth has gone up 100, 1,000 times more than what it was in 2019. So this time, as I say in my notes, I'm inviting and I'm looking forward to the changes. And you should be too, because it's going to be an exciting time in the long run. Because just like preparing for a gold medal event, and that first day when you're working really hard and your muscles hurt and you're trying to imagine attending the gold medal Olympic event in 4 years, and you're like, wow, that's a long way away. But you get stronger and stronger and you get better and your times get faster. That's kind of what we're going through right now. We are ready to experience this next level of illusion that we'll be shedding. As I view this blue light coming in, I can touch into, we're going to be experiencing higher levels of intuition with ease, greater level of psychic ability with incredible precision. We're going to be experiencing more mysticism, more magic. We are going to be viewing life through a greater spiritual sacred lens. That to me is, it's like a gift, you know, it's like a gift. So again, this time, as I said, I can appreciate this more. So the ancestors have been pushing us forward in honor of all the suffering that they did as they walked through the dark ages, as they suffered through the dark ages, as they experienced hurt and harm. Or we have ancestors that were the ones that caused hurt and harm, caused suffering, caused enormous amounts of pain. And so all of this, all of our ancestors are pushing us to really shed all of that pain and the illusion so that we can really move into the light more and take our ancestors with us. So I believe the ancestors of my future are calling me to get up, grow out of my stuck bits, to remember that I voted and you voted to be a representative of your ancestors and a representative as a grounded soul on the earth at this time. So what is my overriding frequency forecast, intuitive sense about what we can expect to unfold over the next couple of years? Number one at the top of the list is how we perceive money is going to change. And in fact, we're already beginning to see some of these changes that are happening. Now, it's not at the grassroots level where the money's really needed right now, but I will tell you there is more money coming in at we'll see it more at the state level, at the federal level, of getting to those places where it's really needed. There's going to be a lot more organizations that are going to be there to help bring services to that grassroots level. But even now, the drug companies were starting to see that they're sharing their patents, like with the vaccine or medication to help COVID get better. They're starting to share that without any remuneration, without any expectation of money to come back, with those third world countries that can't afford to get the medicine to people. So we're already beginning to see a little bit of change here, a little shift out of that greed. We're going to see that happening more, where your mouth is going to be hanging open like, I cannot believe I'm witnessing this. I tell people, they'll say, would you take your money out of the bank? Well, I'm not seeing any kind of collapse like that, but I'm not into predicting those sorts of things. I'm just telling you that how we think about money and being in service with money and using money as a vehicle for good, that's what I see unfolding over the next couple of years. I'm also seeing a grassroots movement. I'm calling it like the black carpet on the floor of the dark underbelly of society. It's like lifting up that black carpet, and all of a sudden you're blinded by this light. Where in the past, what Spirit told me was during times of Atlantis and Lemuria, or even times after that, where these great secrets were, like with the Knights of the Templar, had these great secrets from at the top, with the plan to share those secrets in ways for the common good to help others. And it didn't happen. They ended up hiding the treasures, hiding the money, putting them in vaults underground. Who knows? I mean, there's treasures hidden everywhere. It never got to the people. So we're going to see this grassroots, because what Spirit is saying now is these gifts, this higher level knowledge, is going to be given to people like you and me at the grassroots level to be able to help get that knowledge to help others. Like right now, I'm working with a group of youth who currently don't have a home, and just guiding them through meditation, and they're really connecting with their light, and really good positive things are beginning to happen for them. And that's what I feel like we can expect, and I know that we will experience more of. Spirit was showing me this kind of scene where everybody's pointing the finger. I'm blaming you, you're blaming me, we're blaming somebody else. We're blaming. And then suddenly Spirit shows something happens above us, and we all just kind of look up, and there's just this enormous light. It's like Spirit, like this ascension of feeling lighter, light-minded, light-hearted. And suddenly it's like we forget that we were blaming each other, or we just don't have time to blame each other anymore. There's going to be this shift towards unification, not separation. So I'm expecting to see that as well. We will be driven by a service heart. Right now, what's happening with this eclipse that's happening on Friday, it is the astrological sign of Scorpio, and it's in the sign of also Taurus. And then there's these other planets that are involved, but this is driving deep healing, deep, dark secrets, deep, dark crimes against humanity are being uncovered and kind of opened up and brought to the surface. So we're going to be seeing this bigger drive to be in service and to keep our head about us, because we might look left, we might look right, and it's like, wow, there's a lot of dark destruction happening around us. But it's going to be really important for you and I moving forward, all of us, to stay focused on that peace-filled, loving, compassionate service heart, and volunteering where we can, focusing on the light moving forward. Especially in the next 6 months, we're going to have to really keep our heads about us. Tip number 5, massive climate change movement. What Spirit told me, this is going to happen very rapidly. Now, we're already beginning to see some of this, but it's almost like there's going to be this succession over this next year of extremely rapid changes to help support and heal the earth and the issues that we have that are causing climate problems. So rapidly, this is going to be shifting. Um, and this shift is, again, it's not going to come from the top down. Spirit's telling me that this is going to happen with the common man, the common woman, that I consider myself a common woman, where Spirit is saying, the government's going to be like, you can't do that. And we're going to go like, I don't remember asking you for your permission. So it's going to be like that kind of movement where it's like, we're tired of waiting. Let's just go ahead and let's make these let's make these changes. Remember how many years was spent trying to teach us how to recycle? I mean, that was many, many years. And then finally, they just had to dissolve it, at least in my area, because we had nowhere to send it. We had nowhere to send the recycling. So what Spirit is saying is it's not going to take that long this time. We're going to see some rapid changes. Number 6 is medicine and science, incorporating healing and quantum healing, vibrational healing, frequency healing. This is right up my alley. I was told that the year 2022 is going to be the year of the healer. So that really excites me. And I'll be talking a lot more about that as we get closer to 2022. So healers that have been working in traditional medicine, like nurses and doctors, they're going to start training a bit more, incorporating more into healing, meditation, relaxation techniques, acupuncture, acupressure, psychic healing, all kinds of things. So these quantum sciences are going to be added to the education at the medical schools. So Spirit is saying, don't be surprised to see many of those sorts of changes. So this blue surge of celestial light is going to infuse deeply through the Great Sun Pyramid on November 19th, 2021. First, the way it's described to me is that the portal will begin to open here on the west coast of the United States around midnight. This full moon lunar eclipse is going to last about 4 hours from midnight, I'll say, to about 4 in the morning. Don't hold me to that because I didn't write down accurate numbers. It's going to be different for different parts of the world. Then I was told that once that portal opens, this blue surge will begin to descend down to the earth, and that it will slowly move to the earth because we have to acclimate to the vibration, right? So it's going to move very, very slowly as we acclimate and adapt over about a 12-hour period of time. And then it's going to pierce through the capstone of the sun pyramid. It's going to anchor into the earth, and then it's going to expand. And that event will happen at 3 p.m. here on our West Coast time. I will tell you, I have about 120 people already that are going to be meditating together with me as we experience this light piercing into the earth. So I will include the link here. We still have a few tickets left to that event on Friday. And we also have tickets to our big solstice event at the end of December. We are much stronger together than we are apart. So I encourage you to keep joining group events, keep getting together and meditating with groups. That's really going to help you keep your energy on the straight and narrow, moving forward, and where you're able to integrate these higher frequencies that we've been waiting for a very, very long time. So again, If you haven't subscribed to my channel, go ahead and click the subscribe button. If you click the little bell, then you will get an email every time I post a new video. I do that once a week on Thursdays. You can visit my website at intuitivemind.org, read all about the blue light. I've been writing about it since 2017, so you can get caught up on all the details if it sounds like it's something that's really going to excite you. And then, of course, on Facebook, I give talks every Thursday morning live on my Intuitive Mind Facebook business page. All right, everyone, take good care. I'm super excited, and I will share with you what we all experienced in next Thursday's video about the blue light event. Can you tell I'm excited? I hope you are too. All right, thanks.